Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's dive into what's been causing a real buzz among Browns fans, especially over the past few days. It's no secret that the Cleveland Browns have been navigating a turbulent season so far. With a record of 2-6, they find themselves at a crossroads as they head into the bye week. And let's be honest, the mood among fans is a mix of frustration, hope, and a whole lot of debate about what's next. Everyone's asking what needs to change, who should be leading this team. And right now, the talk of the town is centered around the quarterback position, but not just that. It's about the future of the team's leadership and the coaching staff. And specifically, there's a lot of chatter about Shedeur Sanders, the young quarterback who's been making waves on social media and among fans alike. So what's the latest? Well, during this bye week, Browns fans have been watching closely, and some really passionate voices are pushing hard for Shedeur Sanders to get a shot as the starting quarterback after the bye. The story goes that Sanders liked an Instagram post calling for him to be the guy to start against the Jets once the team comes back from the break. Now, this might seem like a small thing, just a social media interaction, but in the context of NFL fandom, it's a pretty loud signal. It's a sign that Sanders himself is aware of the buzz, of the desire from the fanbase to see him take the reins, and perhaps he's hinting that he's ready for that opportunity. But let's take a moment here to analyze the bigger picture. The Browns' quarterback situation has been a roller coaster. They started the season with Joe Flacco, a veteran with a lot of experience, hoping to stabilize the position. But after those first few games, they made a switch, inserting rookie Dillon Gabriel into the lineup. Gabriel has shown flashes of potential, but let's be honest, many fans have grown impatient. The team's struggles on offense, combined with the overall record, have intensified the calls for a change. And Shedeur Sanders, the son of the legendary Deion Sanders, has been gaining attention because of his impressive college career, his arm talent, and his leadership qualities. Fans see him as a potential game changer, a spark that could ignite the offense and bring new energy to the Browns. The reactions on social media have been nothing short of explosive. On Twitter, fans have been voicing their opinions, some with fiery passion, others with a more strategic outlook. Many are calling for the Browns to move on from Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, arguing that he's not getting the best out of the team or making the right calls when it matters most. Some fans have even gone as far as saying that Stefanski might sabotage Sanders if he ever gets the chance to start, which of course is a hyperbolic statement, but reflects the deep frustration among the fan base. Other fans are more pragmatic, suggesting that if Sanders truly has the talent and the confidence, he should be given a shot, especially after the bye week. They believe that waiting any longer could be a missed opportunity to turn the season around. And here's where it gets even more interesting. There's a faction of fans who are calling for a complete overhaul, firing Stefanski, giving Sanders a chance, and even contemplating trades involving other players, or worse, speculating about Deshaun Watson's future with the team. The idea of trading Sanders and activating Watson at some point has been floated around, which would be a chaotic move, but it shows just how desperate some fans are for a spark. The truth is, the Browns are at a pivotal point. They're trying to figure out if Sanders is ready, if he has what it takes to lead this team, or if they should stick with Gabriel and hope things improve. Now, let's talk about Sanders himself. Despite the social media stir, there's been very little official communication from the Browns' coaching staff about who will start after the bye. It's a delicate situation because, on one hand, you want to give your young quarterback the chance to develop and prove himself. On the other, the team's current struggles and the pressure from fans make it a complicated decision. Some insiders believe that Stefanski might lean towards sticking with Gabriel for now, especially since Gabriel has experience in the league, and perhaps the coaching staff feels that rushing Sanders into the starting role could do more harm than good. But with Sanders liking that post, it's clear that he's aware of the debate and probably eager to showcase his talent if given the opportunity. This situation is reminiscent of many NFL stories where talented young quarterbacks are caught in the middle of coaching decisions, fan expectations, and team dynamics. It's a delicate balance to strike. The Browns' coaching staff has to weigh the short-term risks versus the long-term benefits. Do they start Sanders against the Jets and risk a rough outing, or do they stick with Gabriel and preserve the stability? And perhaps more importantly, do they trust Sanders enough to give him the reins sooner rather than later? It's a question that every Browns fan is asking right now, and the answer could define the rest of this season. And let's not forget the historical context. The Cleveland Browns have a rich football history filled with ups and downs, legendary moments, and sometimes questionable decisions. They've had their share of quarterbacks who showed promise but never quite reached their full potential. The fans are eager for a new chapter, and Sanders represents that hope for many. His college highlights, his arm talent, and his leadership qualities have made him a fan favorite even before he's had a chance to play a single NFL snap. That social media interaction just added fuel to the fire, intensifying the debate about whether the Browns should take a chance on the young gunslinger or stick with the familiar. Now, what about the team's overall outlook? The Browns are in a tough spot. The AFC North is one of the most competitive divisions in football, with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers all vying for playoff positioning. Every game matters, and the margin for error is razor-thin. The upcoming matchup against the Jets after the bye week is crucial. It's an opportunity to turn the tide, to show that the team is moving in the right direction. But the question remains, who will lead them? Will it be Gabriel, who has been part of the team's plans for a while, or will Sanders finally get his shot? Or perhaps the coaching staff will surprise us and go with a different approach altogether. And speaking of the Jets, they've been a formidable opponent this season, especially on defense. They're known for their tough front seven and a secondary that can create turnovers. The Browns will need a quarterback who can manage the game, avoid costly mistakes, and keep their defense honest. Sanders, with his arm talent and improvisational skills, could be just what the team needs to unlock some explosive plays. But of course, that's all speculation at this point. The decision will be made by the coaching staff, and Browns fans will be glued to their screens, waiting to see who takes the field. As we look ahead, it's clear that the Browns' season hinges on more than just one game or one quarterback. It's about the future of the franchise, about building a winning culture, and about finally reaching the heights that Browns fans have been dreaming of for decades. The arrival of Sanders has brought a new wave of excitement, but it's also brought tension and debate. Will he get his shot soon? Will the coaching staff make that bold move? Or will they stick with what they know, hoping that Gabriel or another option can turn things around? Whatever happens, one thing is certain. Browns fans are passionate, and they're not going to stay silent. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In the end, the story isn't just about a social media post or a quarterback controversy. It's about hope, patience, and the willingness to take risks for a brighter future. Browns fans have seen plenty of ups and downs, but this season might be the turning point. Will it be Sanders stepping up when the team needs him most? Or will the coaching staff opt for stability and experience? The next few weeks will tell, and the entire NFL world will be watching to see if Cleveland makes that bold move that could define the season. One thing's for sure, the passion among Browns fans is at an all-time high, and they're ready for whatever comes next. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. Do you think Sanders is ready? Should they give him a shot against the Jets? Or do you believe Gabriel is the better option for right now? Whatever you think, let's get that discussion going. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and analysis on everything Browns. Stay tuned, and as always, keep that passion alive. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds in the weeks ahead.